Okay, now we're live. I'm an idiot. Okay. I've been talking to people and I didn't hit go live because I'm a dork. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the spooky stuff chat for January 10th, 2022. We are live. For those of you who are just now joining, I'm an idiot. I did not hit go live. I did the countdown and everything. So let's see, Mr. Walrus, you said I'll be there. Hopefully you're here, Mr. Walrus. And then Ninjago Lover 2011. I'm excited. I'm so glad to hear that. And he also said hello. So hello, hello. Yeah, so I am live currently from my kitchen. For those of you who do not know, I recently moved to Arlington, Virginia. This was a big change. I got a new job in the area. So I moved from Raleigh, North Carolina, and now I'm here. So let's see. All right, am I live now on the tube of you? Yes, there we go. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so if you're here, say hello. Um, say hello. Let me know you're here, and I am in the kitchen. Oh, yep. I think my fridge is haunted. Hello. I love your title and everything. Yes, I am in the kitchen. This is my brand new kitchen from my new place. So, because I am a bit antsy, I'm trying to unpack as quickly as possible, and I didn't want to necessarily miss out on unpacking. So I figured we could talk spooky stuff while I unpack my kitchen. So yeah, the spooky stuff office is currently in the works. Try to see if there's a better way for better lighting. Maybe not. Eh. So, oh yeah, it is. It's actually very spacious. So there's an open floor plan. The living room's back there. Um, there we go. Um, okay. There we go. Jeez. Okay, we're back. Ah, Lordy, that's what I get for moving the laptop while it's on the box. I disconnected the camera. Brilliant. Hidden Angel, hello. Jago, your parents are looking at houses. Yeah, how's that going? Let me grab my water. Yeah, I read somewhere. I read somewhere that moving. Well, a couple of friends shared it with me too. That moving is one of the most traumatic experiences you can go through, or it's more stressful than divorce. 100% correct. Uh, yeah, I lost my childhood home in 2013. It was the house I grew up in. It was the house that my grandparents owned. It was very difficult. It was very difficult. Uh, I mean, because you're losing a major part of yourself, a major part of your identity. You got good memories there. There's an emotional attachment. Only moved once. Yeah, moving sucks. Moving absolutely sucks. I swear if I ever move again, which I don't know if I will, my fiance and I have been joking that we're just going to live the rest of our lives here and die here because we don't want to move again, ever again. It is a bit traumatic. One of my best friends is a real estate agent, and she told me about that. Moving is one of the more traumatic experiences you can go through in your life. So it's hard. My heart goes out to you. It's definitely not easy. Oh, got some. Oh wow, it's amazing how dusty some of this stuff is. Moving is the worst. It really is. It really is. And I got rid of a lot of stuff. Like, yeah, I got rid of a lot of stuff. Um, and I think 15 bags to Goodwill or to a charity of some kind. I just say Goodwill is like the generic term for donations. Not that I went to Goodwill, because Goodwill has its problems. What was I saying? Oh, or went into the garbage. So I think I went through like 30 or 40 bags of stuff. I have not seen this. I've been so out of touch with like any sort of news lately. Yeah, I've been so out of touch. Unless it was a major celebrity passing, I totally missed it. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me about it in the comments. Must be really hard with kids. Yeah, it's only me and my fiance as well. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine doing this with kids. No. I'm like, no. Like the song on TikTok. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah, that's me. I don't know why I have a dusty box of wax paper. Oh, thank you. I liked making that video. I really liked making that video. It did pretty well. I made a Facebook post too about it. Actually, I think it was because the Facebook post did well that I made the video. I'm trying to remember. Oh, one of my kitties is saying hello. Hi, baby. Look here. See if I can get her. Yeah. Oh, let's see. We got Zoe. You say hi, baby? You say hi, baby? Mwah. Love you. Yes, I do. I think she injured herself yesterday because she's been limping. I think she had a little too much fun playing on boxes. You say hi? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is Zoe. We also call her Fat Cat because she is a bit fat. I'm fat too. It's okay. My fiance also calls her a trash panda. I'm a huge fan of steam locomotives. Yeah. Got 3 dogs. Nice. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, Hidden Angel. Yeah, she's pretty cute. She gets loud, though, like right now. What's up? Are you hungry? You got food. I don't know what the fuss is about. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh, thank you. Oh, everyone thinks you're cute, Zoe. She's going to cry probably the whole time. I may have to get my fiance to grab her. So, my fiance and I have this thing where we call each other, I'm Meow Me, like mommy, but Meow Me. And he is, instead of father, he's Pother. So you have Meow Me and Pother. Because we're dorks. Call one of our cats the Kraken Destroyer of Worlds. That's amazing. I love that so much. Oh, good. I got why did I take boxes of parchment paper with me? Anyway. And somehow I have 2 boxes of aluminum foil. You know, because you never have too much aluminum. No, now I have 3 boxes total. 3 boxes total. Wow, that's a lot. Anyway, yeah, if y'all want to, we can talk about some spooky stuff. I know, speaking of spooky stuff, here's my Haunted Mansion. I don't know if there we go. That's my Haunted Mansion shot glass. Even though I don't drink very much anymore, I enjoy a good shot glass. Yes, that's actually a good segue, Ninjago lover. Yeah, I found out yesterday that Bob Saget passed away. Well, passed away. Extremely sad. He was probably one of my. He was probably one of my favorite actors. Probably one of my favorite actors. And I know his stand-up routine was super. I mean, I've watched it like pre-Full House. Very raunchy. Very raunchy. Yeah. And initially, I forgot who the original Danny Tanner was, but like Bob Saget was initially considered, but because because he was so kind of raunchy with his comedy routine, they didn't really want to use him yet. Oh, can't believe we kept that. All right. Yeah, so, but he was eventually brought in and everything. Let's see. Thanks, Travis and Kevin. Hello. Let's see. Yeah, he was great as Danny Tanner. I mean, I liked him like when he was hosting America's Funniest Home Videos, and some of his non-PG, material is really good. I mean, it's raunchy. Don't get me wrong, it's raunchy. um, yeah, it's a trip. So, hi. Oh, thank you. Isela from Costa Rica. Well, thank you. Yeah, so with these celebrity deaths that are happening, for those of you who are just joining tonight, I just moved and I'm trying to kind of make the best of my time while I'm basically multitasking, doing a live video and unpacking my kitchen. So, um, yeah. So yeah, actually, so it's interesting you bring up Bob Saget's passing, and of course we know Betty White passed away last or 11 days ago, 10 days ago, um, and then of course we have Sidney Poitier who also passed away. It's so ghost news. Of course, your stereotypical creators have created spirit box videos claiming to contact Betty White. I'm not going to say who because, like I've always said, I don't want to draw attention to the creators that are doing that. So that's making the rounds. It's extremely unfortunate because I've always had an issue with these videos claiming to contact dead celebrities. They're incredibly questionable. Oh yay, I'm glad I pronounced it. I keep hearing all this means Dolly passed away. I don't want to believe that. No, I mean, Bob Saget was a shock because he was still pretty young. I mean, 65 years old, but I also know that things happen. I mean, I know they didn't suspect any drugs or foul play, so I'm wondering if it was just like a heart attack or an aneurysm. I mean, yeah, it's one of those things. It's hard to say for sure. Um, it's hard to say. Yeah. Betty White. Now, Betty White hurts as much as Betty White hurts. She was 99 years old. Yeah, glasses are fiercest. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah. So I mean, Betty White was 99 years old, and she passed in her sleep. That's the, um, you definitely have left a legacy where if you pass at 99 and the world thinks you died too soon, that's pretty amazing. That's a pretty incredible legacy to leave behind. Now, Sidney Poitier, I think, was 94, so that one, yeah. Yeah, so the entire cast has made statements. Jodie Sweetin, Candace Cameron, I think she says her last name Bure. I always say Burr, but I think it's like Bure or something. And Ash, yeah, it is. It's incredibly sad. I mean, any death is incredibly sad. Travis, I don't. I'm on the first floor. My floor plan actually does have a balcony, but because we're on the first floor, we actually have a front door instead. So if we don't want to deal with the complex we're in is actually incredibly secure. So you have to have like multi-level authentication, like between an app, a key, and then a transponder. Like there's like 4 different ways to get in. So super secure. But we don't have a patio. We just have the front door that goes to the. It goes to the it goes to the outside sidewalk. And there's retail shops around here. I'm not gonna. I'm not going to say though which ones, because I've had some pretty weird followers before in the past who have been like, "Oh, she lives near a Walmart and a Dollar Tree. Let's see what I can find." So I'll message it to you though. Um, are you say it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means, Mike. Are you say it? If you could elaborate what you mean, be happy to answer. Hate videos that claims of Chuck E. Cheese being haunted. Now, I mean, Chuck E. Cheese is pretty terrifying. Chuck E. Cheese is pretty terrifying, especially when they had the animatronics. This one's actually okay. Let's see. Definitely gonna have to buy some new cookware. It is pretty terrifying. So, okay. Say what? I'm a bit confused. It's all about drive. It's about power. You're hungry. We devour. Okay, that's sound like you're having an interesting evening, Mike Hill. I would almost argue that Chuck E. Cheese could be haunted because there's so much energy and so much chaotic energy there that there could be some chaotic residual energy. It's hard. It's hard, especially when you don't want to be like a jerk right off the bat, but you have to be like somewhat nice to them, and then they take it too far and take it to the extreme. I have had a restraining order against somebody before, a couple of restraining orders actually, and that was when I wasn't even like a public figure yet. That was just running a paranormal team. North Carolina is kind of insane. Maybe it's not just a North Carolina thing, but the most paranormal drama I've ever had has been in or related to people from North Carolina. When I was doing my team in San Diego, in California, no drama. Didn't have any drama. So, Travis, new to YouTube. Yeah, there should be a subscribe button somewhere nearby. Yeah, it might be. Whoop, it might be near something. It might be near my profile photo if you look down. But yeah, anyway, Chuck E. Cheese. I wouldn't be shocked if Chuck E. Cheese was haunted, just because, like I said, lots of chaotic energy. And I doubt anyone's doing any sort of cleansing, just a space clearing. But the stuff that you see on YouTube, Ninjago Lover, yeah, total crap. And I've heard of things like Walmart being haunted, which let's be honest. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes, yeah. This. Yeah, there's some weird urban legends. Like there are some really weird urban legends that I'm surprised at how easily people believe. This is one of them. This is one of them. This is definitely one of them. The Chuck E. Cheese one is so weird. Yeah. That's yeah. Let's see. I hope Chris finds his damn sweet tea. Oh, so for context here, so Chris, my fiance, and I went to a restaurant last night. And last time I was in Virginia, they didn't have sweet tea, which is fine because I don't drink sweet tea. I'm diabetic. I can't drink it. And I probably could now, but because it's under control. But I don't drink sweet tea. But I just asked. Last night I asked the waitress, "Hey, do you have sweet tea?" And she's like, "No, we have iced tea." And she was from South Carolina, so she knew exactly what we were talking about. And when Chris found out that there wasn't sweet tea at the restaurant, this has been like a growing trend. Northern Virginia is definitely one of my team members, Michelle Hamilton. She actually said like Northern Virginia is kind of like its own. It's kind of its own state. So, yeah, this is one of those weird ones. Okay, Harrison Sawyer. This is an interesting one. Okay, What should I do if I potentially have a negative spirit attached to my doll? I've had so many experiences since I've gotten it, warnings and dreams. I don't know if I can just get rid of it or something. Um, okay, so what's happening with the what's happening with the doll that you, or what's the activity that makes you think it's negative? Yeah, and while you answer, because I just need some context, some understanding, like, are things falling over, or are you hearing voices? Like, what's happening that makes you jump to that it's negative? And this is just, I'm not questioning validity. I'm just wondering because, and this is all ghost theory, by the way, y'all. Any advice I give is just that, it's advice. It's not like guaranteed to work. It's just me giving my thoughts. So yeah, let's see. Um, what's going on? Yeah, so tonight's a little bit different. Instead of a pre-recorded video, I just moved. I am unpacking my kitchen, and we're talking spooky stuff while I unpack my kitchen. Yep, Michelle Hamilton. Speaking of the person I just mentioned. Um, oh, thank you. You're so nice, to you little fish. Um, your videos have been so calming while during this change. Thank you. And oh, thank you. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that my videos are helping you. Yeah. Oh, that's really nice. Thank you. I'm glad they're giving you some calmness. Yeah, I'm glad they're giving you some calmness, because in a chaotic world, it's all we can hope for and ask for. So it's gonna get loud because I'm throwing packing material away. Sorry, y'all. It's gonna get loud. I'm gonna go back to Harrison's comments while they go. So, because this can be something that can fit with everyone. So if you have a negative spirit, first if you think you have a negative spirit, this is going to sound really weird, and it might sound invalidating, and I don't mean it to sound that way, but if it's like things being moved, um, if it's things being moved, and or things being knocked over, that kind of thing, that may not necessarily be negative, so to speak. It, obviously you want to go through the whole run of debunking and making sure there's no natural causes for it. I would say, rule out whether or not it's like an actual negative thing. Because if it scares you, yes, that is a negative response, but that might not be the intention of the entity. And the warnings and dreams, I mean, this is going into like dream psychology, psychotherapy, and everything. Hang on, y'all. I gotta put someone in timeout. Someone was leaving some interesting messages in the comments. Yeah, so now if you're even hearing voices, it might not necessarily be negative. It could be just somebody saying hello. Let's see. I've had multiple dreams. One was getting dragged, and I looked back, saw the doll in front of me as a girl in a white dress. Okay. Now, did you intentionally buy a haunted doll, or did you just buy an old doll and it just happens to be haunted? That's going to be my next question. Oh, thanks. I actually, hang on. Yes, I have. I have some pretty strong opinions about the Warrens. I'm not sure if this YouTube live is going to be the appropriate place to express it. Yeah, I have some pretty strong opinions about the Warrens. Very strong. Let's see, Harrison. Seen in other dreams related to the doll. Most dreams I have about it have been related to death or something like that. It's from a known haunted location. Which haunted location? Because that will help. That will help. Now, it could be not necessarily a warning for you. It could be something that's tied to the doll, like whoever's attached to the doll, or not even if it's a conscious entity attached to the doll. It could be something that we call residual energy. It could be residual, meaning that however that person died, like that energy is still attached to the doll, and you're just feeling that and experiencing that. Let's see. Travis, my grandma passed away 7 years ago. Lately, every morning, our water is turned on at the kitchen sink by itself. Is there anyone in your family that has passed that where the sink would be of significance? Because I know after my grandmother passed away, sometimes the lights turn off by themselves, and that's because my grandmother was very particular about make sure you turn off the lights before you go to bed. And so I feel like that's her way of like reminding me, hey, make sure you turn off the lights. So, sage the house, okay. I'm glad you made it too, Kira. It's weird how death works. Yes, it is. I was told by the old owner they had investigators do spirit box sessions that could hear children's voices. Okay. So child spirits are definitely a buzzword in the paranormal, because people automatically kind of refer to like hearing a child spirit was something more evil, which again, not necessarily true, but it's definitely a buzzword. Yeah, I would love to know. I would love to know which haunted location we're talking about. Hopefully I don't get myself offline again. All right. And then Travis. Well, my grandma always washed her dishes by hand. She had a dishwasher and would never use it. I mean, have you left dishes in the sink when the sink turns on? Are there dishes in the sink when it happens? I would love to know. Do you believe in seers? You know, I think there is some significance to seers. I don't know any, so I can't really, I can't really state an opinion. But yeah, I think they either they had existed for a time. Now, I mean, if we're talking about like ancient Rome, ancient Greece seers, totally believe it. Let's see. Oh, Travis, it might be your grandma telling you to wash your dishes. All right. It's called the Haunted Rectory in Ohio. Hang on, I'm gonna, because I know there's the Borley Rectory. I have never heard. Is it the Sedumsville Rectory in Cincinnati? I've never heard of this place. Looks like it's Sedumsville from what I'm looking at. Huh. Yeah, I would just be very, very cautious, Harrison. Not of the doll, just making sure that the things that you were told before you got the doll or as you received the doll, because confirmation bias is a real thing, and knowing the backstory of the doll actually can prime you to have that sort of anxiety or set up that expectation. It's quite possible. Now, this is definitely going into parapsychology type of thing, where, almost like creating a thought form or a tulpa, where if you hear the story of something and you believe in it, you feed that story energy, and then that story kind of manifests into its own entity, if that makes sense. So, and this is kind of getting technical with like parapsychology and everything, because a lot of the hauntings that I've found with haunted dolls lately have come from not necessarily like an actual living spirit, but perpetuating the story behind the doll, or setting up the expectation of, oh, there's a demon attached to this doll. you get it, you're nervous, your fear feeds that energy into this thing that might not even exist, but you create it in a way, kind of like the Philip experiment on a lower scale. So Harrison, what I would do, this is going to take probably some like meditation, de-stressing type of thing. I would try to shift your expectations a bit to something positive. Think of the doll as like a cute little cat or something, like something super positive. Like even give it a nickname, like, Pinkie Pie or something cutesy, and see what happens. Like kind of switch your expectations. Yeah. So egregore. That's spelled egregore. That's spelled Egregore. Egregore. I think I spelled it correctly. Yeah. Yep. You're absolutely right. 3 doors. Okay. So bathroom, laundry, coat closet. Yeah. So that's, yeah. And I got a kitty here. This is Chloe. This is Chloe Bear. Well, her name's Chloe, but we call her Chloe Bear. Depending on how she is, what kind of mood she's in, sometimes we call her Grumpy Bear or Bitchy Bear or Happy Bear, Hungry Bear, Playful Bear. Hi, baby. So she is wanting attention. Hi. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going to put you down, baby bear. You ask a great question, Ash. So, so poltergeists are so you're absolutely created by the living. I am team poltergeist, created by the living. Now, with poltergeist, though, that is more chaotic and unintentional energy. So more psychokinetic than actually creating like a ghost. It's more of I'm so stressed out right now that I am making things fall over. Poltergeists are more common with teenagers going through puberty, especially women or teenage girls. Also, women going through menopause, and add in hormones plus a stressful, traumatic event. Normally, you do get you could get a poltergeist. And what's interesting is once what I call it the agent, so the person who's causing the poltergeist, once they're aware that they're doing this, it normally stops. And also with a poltergeist, when the agent is asleep, the activity stops as well. Or if the agent leaves the house, it will stop. So, all right, Ninjago, thank you for stopping by. I am not, unlike what you hear from Chloe, I am not neglecting her. Yeah, so I would say poltergeist to me, it's more unintentional, and it's more physical manifestations. Now the Enfield Poltergeist, well, the Enfield Poltergeist is hard because the girls did admit to faking some of the activity. So I don't know if Bill, the person that was talking, I don't think Bill was the poltergeist. I think Bill might have been somebody I think Bill was somebody who actually lived there. Let's see. What do I think about the Estes or Estes? I say Estes method. Hang on, gotta get Chloe. Yeah, come here. Oh my goodness. So the Estes method, honestly, I've been doing the Estes method for years. It just didn't have a name yet. Oh my gosh. She's on the counter now. So yeah, the Estes method, it's been going on for a bit. They just finally gave it a name, which, hey, don't mess with my camera. Yeah, I think it's effective. I think it's effective. Now, there is some debate about how actually the receiver is getting the information. Some of you may have seen my back and forth with Adam Barry about it. For me, he thinks it's more psychic driven, meaning it puts like the receiver in a trance and they're more vulnerable to receiving information. I'm more on the fence of, physically listening and staying present with it. Anyway, here we go. I remember you saying in one of your videos you're not a fan of Dybbuk boxes. Can I ask why? Dybbuk boxes that's being perpetuated by like Ghost Adventures and TikTok creators, those aren't Dybbuk boxes. Dybbuks do not. So a Dybbuk is not a demon. It's not a demon, and they don't attach to objects. They attach to the living. The living. So you can't trap a demon, and you can't trap a Jewish demon in a box. So if you see like Dybbuk boxes for sale on eBay, or you see a creator using them on TikTok, or a certain paranormal TV star using them, absolutely fake. And in fact, Kevin Mannis, who owned the original Dybbuk box, admitted to making it up. He did an interview. If you look up Kevin Mannis, hang on, Kevin Mannis, Dybbuk box. I'm just going to get the. So Input Mag did a big expose about this. Yeah, I just put the link in the chat. If you Google Kevin Mannis Dybbuk box, this should pop up as well. He admitted he made up the story. He admitted he made it up. So, oh yeah, here everyone's coming in. Hello. We're talking about Dybbuk boxes. So now my other issue with Dybbuk boxes is more of a cultural sense, dealing with a marginalized group. The whole Dybbuk box trend has been extraordinarily harmful to the Jewish community. There's a creator, she goes by the name of Jew Witches. I'm going to put her name here. She actually did a whole podcast episode about Dybbuk boxes, what they are, what an actual Dybbuk box is. But she's also, and I've seen this, there have been Jewish paranormal creators who have come forward, especially on TikTok and social media, correcting the Dybbuk box lore, and they have been hit by anti-Semitic comments, threats, going back to World War II, telling them they need to go to certain places and get gas. I mean, it's been terrible. And these are fans of a certain big paranormal TV star. It's unfortunately the Dybbuk box lore that has been perpetuated is anti-Semitic, and it's not true. So that's why I am not a fan of Dybbuk boxes. Not only are they not real, but they're harmful to the Jewish community. So boom, I'm done. But definitely check out Jew Witches. If she's on Instagram, she's on TikTok. She also has a podcast by the same name on Spotify. Definitely listen to the episode about Dybbuk boxes. She also goes into about Jewish magic too, which is really fascinating. Thank you for covering this. I thought I was losing my mind with these things. Not a fan either. Yeah, I'm thinking of actually doing a video about why Dybbuk boxes aren't real, because, I'm pissing off everyone else in the paranormal community. Why not some more? So, yep, and it's disgusting to blame the horror of the Holocaust on a Dybbuk box. Yeah, it kind of perpetuates that whole thing of like, oh, a human didn't do these atrocities. It was because of the Dybbuk. The demon did it. I hate that. Yes, I have. This is just my opinion. No one come and sue me. This is just my opinion. I think he's full of it. Everything is staged. His setup, it's anyone who has any sort of like knowledge in like audio reverbing and audio manipulation. I'm not a fan. And frankly, and not just that, I think he is exploiting the grieving families of these celebrities. Yeah, and public figures. Yeah, shadow figures are a thing. Now, for me, it's hard for me to differentiate between like, am I seeing a shadow figure or am I seeing a ghost? One of those things, like shadow figure or ghost. I honestly can't, like, again, ghost theory. I've heard theories about shadow figures being or shadow people being like from another dimension, or it's like a time loop where, you know, like a nurse working in a hospital in the 40s here's me like asking her what's her name. So she kind of sees me as a ghost and I see her as a ghost, and you know, time kind of overlaps for a moment. I've heard that with shadow figures. It's interesting. And then there's the whole Hackman shadow figure phenomena, which is always interesting too. Let's see. Boom. You hit it. You hit the nail on the head. He's always using big name celebrities who have made interviews, who he has a countless audio clips he can work with. This too, Betty White would not bother. She absolutely, we know Betty White. Everybody knows Betty White. I mean, we don't know her intimately, like as a personal friend, but with what she stands for and everything, she wouldn't. My whole thing is, and this is why I have an issue with this whole contacting celebrities on spirit boxes, especially right after they pass. Why would they talk to him and not like make contact with their families? You know what I mean? That's my whole thing. Like, if I became a big celebrity and I passed away, I would not want to go talk to him. I would be going to talk to my fiance or my cats or, you know, my cousin's kid who is 3 years old and means the world to me. You know, I don't watch a lot of paranormal TV anymore. I'm trying to get more into it. I did watch it for a bit. It seems too good to be true. It's fascinating, but just knowing how TV works, I just have a really hard time taking it at face value, if that makes sense. I mean, it makes for a good program. So, my fiance is to the right of me, and he's not gonna come on camera. he's he's drinking some White Claws. he's drinking, and he's like, I'm not a white girl. Oh, no problem. Here's my deal. Like, I don't want to say I'm not interested in making friends in the paranormal. I definitely am, but I really feel like there's a lack of accountability in the paranormal, especially in TV. Like, total lack of accountability. You know, a lot of paranormal celebrities just kind of say whatever comes out of their mouth, and people take it as truth when it's not true. And honestly, it's harmful. It's very harmful. So, and honestly, I've been on TV twice, but I'm not interested in a TV show. So I'm not interested. So I'm not like kissing butt to anybody either. That might have been why I have been on TV, because I just say the truth. But I think there really needs to be some sort. Oops, sorry, Harrison, prematurely. I really think there needs to be some sort of accountability with paranormal television, especially after the whole Demon in the White House debacle. Like, that one actually made me mad. Like, kind of lost sleep. Didn't lose sleep over it, but kind of did. I didn't sleep as well as I usually did. Chloe Bear, you're going to make me go offline if you keep doing this. I have a very demanding kitty right now. Let's see, Harrison. Interesting. I really haven't had many experiences since around September 30th, which is odd. That's around the time I stopped interacting with the doll. Wonder it left the doll or something. Maybe. But also, you were no longer feeding it energy. You were no longer giving it any sort of energy. You're, oh, nice. Yeah, my fiance's a good guy. He's not a paranormal person at all. He has been he helped me with a public ghost hunt once, and it went okay. Yeah, let's see. Ash agreed. I want to see more questioning of things that may or may not be paranormal. Oh, so Demon in the White House is a documentary. I want to call it a mockumentary by Shock Docs, and a lot of it was either exaggerated or made up, and I made a video about it saying, like, you know, basically just pushing the demon narrative unnecessarily. And what's so funny is one of the producers commented on my video saying if I had done any research, then I would know that the documentary was based on a book. And I looked up the book, and the book, well, I already knew of the book, but I looked it up just to confirm. The book was fiction. So the documentary was based on a fiction book. So the producer inadvertently admitted that the shock doc was basically based on fake, based on fiction. And then she deleted her comment, which was kind of funny. Can't make this shit up. Let's see, Michelle. No, ma'am. Looking, my cat is licking plastic. She's right over here. She wants my attention. This is what's causing the issues. Let's see. A recent episode of Kindred Spirits argued that if you place iron spikes around the house, it will prevent spirits from entering the building. Holy vey. Sounds like they were watching a little too much Supernatural. Lordy. Let's see. Oh, I have my own group. Yeah, I have my own group. It's the Association of Paranormal Study. That's my team's website. Let's see. I kind of do the spooky stuff as more of like my the spooky stuff is more of my like more laid back paranormal personality, where I can kind of say things without possibly getting my team in trouble. Yeah, so that's my team. This is my team's website. We're also on Facebook, and we're on Twitter. So that's our Facebook page. You see a lot more like discussion questions, more like academic-y type of content on the APS, social media. So there's like blogs and all that good stuff. So that's my team. And the rest of my team members, I have 3 other team members. They're freaking brilliant. Michelle Hamilton, that you've seen around, she's on my team as well. She's a published author, brilliant historian. I'm really fortunate to have a really talented group, really talented people in my team. So definitely check out the team and check out the content. Yeah, so that's us on Instagram. You'll see a lot of overlap between Instagram and Facebook because you can share. I'm from Newcastle upon Tyne, England. If you Google Alan Robson, you will hopefully be in your element. That name sounds awfully familiar. I'm trying to figure out why. So I do have a few British friends. Dylan Jones he's actually getting his PhD in media studies in the paranormal at the University of New. Trying to remember. So you can get PhDs and stuff in the paranormal. It's just not necessarily in the paranormal. It's more of like, psychology, and you're studying like, you're doing case studies on like Ann Winspur is another one. She has her PhD in like psychology, and her basically her not her thesis, her dissertation was about the psychology of EVPs. Fascinating stuff. It's good stuff to read. Yeah, I have a very strong opinion about Ed and Lorraine Warren, and it is not positive. I'll leave it at that. Yeah. So yeah, as I get settled in Virginia, I'm hoping to be able to. Now, I don't want to host like public ghost hunts because, frankly, it's exhausting. But when my team goes out on investigation, there's 4 of us total. Sometimes we need extra people to help fill in. Like if we went to Waverly Hills, 4 of us splitting up like the $1,000 fee would be a bit expensive, but we can have up to 10 people. So we might invite 6 of our friends to come with us. So yeah, if you're interested, let me know. Send me an email. We can chat. Yeah. So University of Edinburgh does have a parapsychology program under their psychology department, but I think it's only an MS. I think it's an MS. I don't think there's any PhD, at least from an accredited university. I don't think there's any PhDs in parapsychology. I think they were probably going to be in psychology. They would be under the psychology umbrella, but I think like I would have to talk to Ann or Dylan about it. But like my friend Dylan is getting his PhD studying media and the effects of like paranormal TV shows on the general population. And actually, a lot of my content helps out his research, which is kind of cool. Because I'm trying to cater to the crowd that watches TV, just to be like, hey, there's other ways of doing things. Come to the dark side. We have cookies. Yeah, there's not really any programs in the United States anymore. I know Lloyd Auerbach got his MS in parapsychology from JFK University, I think, when they still were around. I don't know. Anyway, so we got about 8-ish minutes, 10, we'll say 10 minutes. We got about 10 minutes left. So if you have any final questions, this is your time to submit them. You know, I made a bunch of cookies. I made a bunch of cookies last week because I was trying to get through all of my ingredients and use them all before the move. So people can't be turned away from weird TV stuff. Some of the comments I get are amazing. A good amazing or yeah. I mean, Kira, I've already moved, so I'm just unpacking now. I'm just trying to figure out how to organize everything now, and yeah, it's yeah, I definitely need to free up some counter space though, because I guess this drawer will be silverware when I find the silverware. Keep up the good work, Alex. Sending my Peter Venkman thoughts to you. Love it. Love it. I had gotten the spirit box on the computer that you mentioned. Harrison, that's a great question. Sometimes I think it is a lot of gibberish. I want to say 98% of the time it's gibberish, but then sometimes you get like that one or two bits and pieces that, and by the way, this is Phasma box that I'm talking about. Let me put that in there. Phasma box. Sometimes you get like those one or two nuggets that are like, oh snap. Like one of the first videos I ever did with Madison, I said, you know, Madison, how many fingers am I holding up? And the Phasma box said the correct number, which I was like, ooh. And then I said, what's my name? I heard Alex and then Catherine, which was like, oh, that because technically Catherine is my first name. I go by my middle name. That was kind of my mom's FU to my dad, apparently, because my dad named me Catherine and my mom named me Alexandra. So, Devin, oh, thank you. Just wanted to thank you for your amazing content and honesty. Critical thinking within the paranormal community is so important. Wishing you the best. Oh, thank you. Thanks for watching. Lots of cursing me out for not doing, yeah. There's a lot happening in the community where it's like if you don't do ghost hunting like a certain way, people come at you, and this is such an evolving field that I don't know why there's a kitty that just went, or is that a, oh well, anyway. Anyway, so there was that was my fiance, for anyone that was curious. Getting his jacket. It's going outside. I know what you're doing.
It's legal here.
So the devil's grass is legal in Virginia. So my fiance is going to go enjoy it. Oh man. Yeah, so a normal spirit box, I feel like there's too much environmental contamination with the spirit box sometimes, which is why with the Estes method, sometimes I want to veer away from a traditional spirit box and maybe use like Phasma box or even white noise with an Estes method, just to see what happens. So, oh yeah, Illinois. Yeah, in North Carolina, it's very illegal. So when I got the job opportunity and my fiance was like, wait a second, it's legal there. And I'm like, yeah. And I swear he was already packed. He packed really quick. Yep, in California. Yeah, I was living in California when it was legal with a card, if you had a medical card, which I did because some of you, I think most of you know if you haven't seen the Haunted Hospitals episode or the video, but I was in a really bad car accident, which came with its own set of paranormal issues, but it uh, it definitely caused some long-term pain. So anyway, good times. I'm gonna check my battery power really quick. Okay, we're good. Just making sure my battery doesn't die in the middle of this. Let's see, I could actually. Good times. Good times. Anyway, so yeah, so my fiance is definitely enjoying the legal stuff now. The devil's weed, distorts can't. Yeah, so okay, this is totally non-spooky or anything, but yeah, so I've been getting plastic with my groceries because I mean it's been raining, so I didn't really want to get paper because the paper would break down. We do have canvas bags, but yeah, they've been charging me like 5 cents for a plastic bag, which I was like, whoa. Yeah, so Target, Harris Teeter, um, Giant, which is another grocery store around here. Yeah. So it's so crazy. Now we have canvas bags, so we're just gonna, yeah. Oh yeah, and see, here's the thing: I have to have plastic bags because I got cats, and those grocery bags are amazing for picking up kitty stuff, kitty deposits. It's a gift from our departing governor. Yeah. Um, Yep, the devil's weed is okay with stores. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and North Carolina really does. I thought North Carolina is the weirdest state. It's like we have a like North Carolina has a Democratic governor, but then a conservative senators. It's just so odd. Um, that is weird. I mean, I get it because plastic is not great for the environment. I mean, I totally get it, but yeah. Like I may like next time I go to North Carolina, I may have to just like go walk inside some random Walmarts and everything and just grab plastic bags just so I can, do the litter boxes. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. Let's see. So we got about 3 more minutes. Yeah. Any comments, questions? No refunds, because this is a free broadcast. Yes. Okay. Yes. um, my fiance loves Matt Hardy. Like loves Matt Hardy. Big Time Wrestling came into town a couple years ago, and Matt Hardy was on the roster, and so he had a table and everything, and my fiance went and met him, and oh yeah, especially his broken Matt Hardy act. I mean, oh my gosh, he loves it. I think Matt Hardy just had another kid too. I think he's had like what 4 kids now. One of my friends actually did his and his wife's birth photos too. Yeah, because I followed her on Facebook and I just happened to see it. I was like, wait a second, that's Matt Hardy and his wife. Holy cow! Yeah. Oh, Matt Hardy. God. Jeff Hardy's having a hard time though. Poor Jeff Hardy. He's having a rough time. Can't remember if Jeff Hardy went to AEW or if he's still with WWE or if he just got dropped. Let's see. Curious. You've been helpful about my doll. Yeah, let me know. I mean, because a lot of this is just trial and error too, and I'm also not there to physically like see the doll or pick up the doll. I'm not psychic that I know of or intuitive. Like sometimes I can pick up on people's feelings, but I think that's just me being able to read the room. So in terms of abilities, I'm kind of like, so a lot of like this is just trial and error where it's like it's process of elimination where it's like, okay, let's try this. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try this. So let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes, and then we can go from there. Push comes to shove, I can get my team involved too, and we can just kind of have a chit chat about it and see what happens. So see if we can get you some help, because whether or not it's something from an actual entity or if it's manifested, it's not fun. Those dreams are not fun. So I feel for you. Let's see, anything planned? Yeah, definitely. So I'm pretty close to a lot of, actually really close to a lot of locations. So Gettysburg is only 90 minutes away from me, which I am so excited about. I love Gettysburg so much, which is so weird to say because so many people died there, but it's like paranormal Disneyland for me. Like, yeah, I love Gettysburg. Gettysburg. Someone came at me for saying Gettysburg, but I've always said it that way. I'm from California. I'm sorry. I try to say Gettysburg, but then I say it so awkwardly that I get funny looks from people, and I'm like, okay, Gettysburg. I'm just going to say that. Yeah, and I'm also close to the Mary Washington House, which Michelle is the manager of. That's a fun haunted location. We were actually doing the Estes method, and you know how people are using the light up cat toys now for ghosts for their investigations. I guess Michelle and my other team member Jason were telling the entity. We thought we were talking to Mary about the cat toy, and I hear in the headphones of the Estes method, I hear, "I'm not a cat. Don't say meow." So it is, those things are motion activated. I've seen them move by themselves, not just light up, but I've seen one move by itself. They're motion activated. Why not? Just give it a try. Yeah. Mount Vernon, I would love to go to if we could get in it. Anything that's really part of like NPS, National Park Services and everything, it's all a little bit, it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. So God, if I could get into Mount Vernon or even just have an audio recorder while doing a tour, that'd be amazing. So yes. Yeah. I'm not a cat. Don't say meow. I want to get a t-shirt that says on the front, "I'm not a cat," and on the back have it say, "Don't say meow." All right, y'all. That's probably all the North Carolina you'll hear out of me. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I'm going to finish up unpacking my kitchen. Yep, I knew it. So disappointing. It's okay, though. Those spirits will find a way to talk if they want to. Yeah, so y'all, thank you so much for joining me tonight. This was super fun. I can't say what's going to happen next week for a recorded video because I'll be unpacking, but it's also going to snow this weekend again, apparently, so I may have some time. Anyway, thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful week, and as I say in my videos, I'll see you in the next round. Bye.